Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the abyss of fear, where the shadows whisper secrets best left unheard. Tonight, we bring you 3 terrifying true stories, tales from the janitors of the night, those who clean up after the world sleeps, unaware of the horrors that unfold around them. These janitors, witnesses to the unseen, have shared their experiences, and we're here to share them with you. Turn off the lights, lock your doors, and prepare to be consumed by the darkness, for these stories will chill you to your very core. Our first story takes us to the desolate halls of an aging office building, a place where ambition once thrived, now echoing with the silence of the night. Our narrator, a seasoned janitor named William, had grown accustomed to the solitude of his night shift, the hum of fluorescent lights, the distant rumble of the city outside. These were his nightly companions. But one night, the familiar silence was broken, replaced by an unsettling presence that sent shivers down William's spine. It began subtly, a faint scratching sound from the floor above, like claws scraping against hardwood. William dismissed it as rats, a common nuisance in the building, but the sound persisted, growing louder, more insistent, moving from room to room, always seemingly one step ahead of him. A cold draught, out of place in the climate-controlled building, began to snake through the corridors, raising goosebumps on William's arms. He started to notice fleeting shadows at the edge of his vision, dark figures that vanished as quickly as they appeared. One night, as William was cleaning the executive office on the top floor, the most unsettling event occurred. He could feel a presence in the room with him, a coldness that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. The hair on the back of his neck stood on end, and an icy hand seemed to grip his heart. He turned slowly, dreading what he might find. And there, in the reflection of the glass-panelled office door, he saw it. A figure, tall and gaunt, shrouded in shadows, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. It stood there for a moment, its gaze fixed on William, then vanished as quickly as it appeared. William, paralyzed with fear, could only stand there, his breath caught in his throat, his blood turning to ice in his veins. He had never believed in ghosts, had always dismissed them as figments of overactive imaginations. But now, faced with the undeniable evidence of his own eyes, he couldn't deny the truth. Something unnatural was stalking him, toying with him, and the realization filled him with a primal terror he had never known. William never returned to the office building. The memory of that night, the chilling encounter with the unknown, was enough to make him abandon his job, his livelihood, his sanity. The office building remains, a silent monolith against the city skyline, its windows dark, its corridors empty, save for the unseen entity that continues to roam its halls. Our next tale takes us to the hallowed halls of an ancient university, a place of learning and knowledge, but also a repository of forgotten secrets and buried histories. Our protagonist, a young janitor named Sarah, found herself drawn into a mystery that had been hidden for decades. A secret that would shake the very foundations of the university and leave her questioning everything she thought she knew. Sarah had worked at the university for years, her nights spent cleaning classrooms and emptying trash cans, her days filled with the quiet humdrum of routine. But beneath the veneer of normalcy, a sense of unease permeated the university's ancient walls. Whispers of secret societies, of forbidden experiments, of unexplained disappearances circulated among the staff, fueling a sense of dread that Sarah couldn't shake off. One evening, while cleaning the university's oldest building, Sarah stumbled upon something that would change her life forever. A section of the wall in the basement, hidden behind a dusty old tapestry, felt loose. Curiosity piqued, she pulled back the tapestry, revealing a small wooden door, its paint cracked and peeling. a rusted padlock securing it shut. A shiver ran down Sarah's spine. This door, hidden away, untouched for who knows how long, hinted at a secret, a mystery that begged to be unravelled. Days turned into nights, and the hidden door became an obsession. Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling that something important, something sinister, lay hidden beyond its weathered surface. Finally, she could resist no longer. She returned one night with a crowbar, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The lock, rusted and brittle, snapped easily under the pressure, and the door creaked open, revealing a small, dusty room lit by a single, flickering light bulb. The air was thick with the smell of decay, of time and secrets long forgotten. As Sarah stepped inside, her heart caught in her throat. The room was unlike anything she had ever seen. The walls were lined with shelves, stacked high with ancient books bound in leather and bone. Strange symbols etched into the floor pulsed with an eerie inner light. And in the centre of the room, a large oak table, stained a dark, almost black colour, dominated the space. But it was the objects on the table that truly horrified Sarah. Surgical instruments, their blades still bearing the stains of some unholy purpose, lay scattered beside jars filled with grotesque specimens preserved in formaldehyde. Human bones, their surfaces etched with strange symbols, were arranged in intricate patterns, as if part of some macabre ritual, and in the centre of the table a human skull, its empty sockets staring up at Sarah with silent accusation. Sarah stumbled back, her stomach churning with nausea. The room, the objects within it, spoke of a darkness that chilled her to the core. This was no ordinary room, no forgotten storage closet. Our tale leads us to the desolate grounds of an abandoned hospital, a place where hope once flickered but has long since been extinguished, leaving behind an eerie silence and an oppressive sense of despair. Our storyteller, a solitary janitor named Michael, found himself face to face with the spectral remnants of the hospital's tragic past. Michael had taken the job at the abandoned hospital out of desperation. It was a place with a dark history, a place where people went to die, and its reputation preceded it. But Michael, desperate for work, ignored the warnings, the whispers of hauntings, the stories of unexplained occurrences. He told himself it was all nonsense, the product of overactive imaginations and local folklore. He soon discovered, however, that some legends are rooted in truth. From his first night on the job, Michael felt an oppressive presence within the hospital's decaying walls. The air was heavy with the weight of suffering, the lingering echoes of pain and fear. Cold spots, pockets of icy air clung to certain areas, and the silence was often broken by unexplained noises. The rustle of unseen fabric, the distant moan of unseen patients, the disembodied whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. One night, as Michael made his rounds, pushing his cleaning cart down a deserted corridor, he experienced something that would shatter his skepticism. He had just finished cleaning the operating room, a place where countless lives had begun and ended, its once sterile surfaces now stained and dusty. As he turned to leave, he noticed a figure standing at the end of the corridor, shrouded in the dim light emanating from the exit sign above the door. It was the figure of a woman, dressed in a long, flowing white gown. Her hair, long and dark, cascaded down her back, obscuring her face. Michael, his heart pounding in his chest, called out to her, his voice echoing in the stillness of the deserted corridor. "Hello, can I help you?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. The figure didn't respond, didn't even acknowledge his presence. It just stood there, motionless, its back to him, as if waiting for something or someone. Curiosity, mixed with a growing sense of unease, compelled Michael to move closer. He had to know who she was, what she was doing in the abandoned hospital at this late hour. As he got closer, he noticed something strange about the figure. It seemed almost translucent, as if it were made of smoke or mist, its edges blurring slightly in the dim light. And then, as he took another step closer, the figure turned slowly, deliberately, revealing its face. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed these terrifying tales, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-chilling stories. The shadows are vast and deep, filled with countless tales waiting to be told, each one more chilling than the last. And remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones that lurk in the shadows of our everyday lives, the unseen forces that watch us from the darkness, the whispers we hear when we're alone, the things that go bump in the night.